Okay, so it has been a long time since I've done an issues of state, so here we go. Dana Williamson here with B.A.D. Blessed Anointed Destiny LLC, the original Bad Queen of the Round Table. Let us get into this issues of state, and let me tell you, this is a freebie for however long it is showing up right here on YouTube. Let me tell you something. Um, I'm done with a lot of things. This is the end of 2023. So whenever you're seeing this, this is the conversation I'm having with myself 2023. I've been talking to God. I've been looking at some things He's shown me in visions and dreams. And let me tell you something, there's a lot going on and it's amazing. And when I say it's amazing, it's literally amazing. It's amazing, and it's somewhat scary, but it's amazing. Hear me out. I've had a wonderful 2023. I've had a challenging 2023. My nephew was murdered, my brother died, a cousin died, a friend of mine's mother died, and her aunt. You know, it's been a challenging 2023, but I've been here through it all. I barely made any money. Let me tell you something. If I made $1,000 in my business this year, I haven't done the math, but if I made $1,000, I made $1,000. This has been 1 year, but I've had a great year. And the reason being is that God showed me something in about 5 different events that I had to go to this year, or 4 different events outside of Wisconsin, that He showed me no matter what I might feel like I'm doing or feel like I'm not doing right here in my office, He's taking care of me. And He makes sure that He sends people to take care of me. Here's the thing. I'm being blessed. You got to catch this. You got to catch this issues of state. Okay, just hang with me. I'm being blessed, but there are people that God is using to bless me who are mad that they are blessing me. Like, huh? Okay, so there's that. But in all honesty, I totally get it. If you don't have the faith that I have, because let me tell you, I wasn't seeing it either. I was like, Lord, you want me to get ready to do this, but I don't have any money. Look at where I am right now. And God said, let me show you. And when He showed me, I was like, okay, okay, now what? Now what am I supposed to do? And then looking at the people and their response to, and it's just like, maybe I'm not in the right place, or maybe I'm not doing the right thing, or maybe, you know what, maybe I'm seeing this in the wrong eye. But God showed me over and over that it wasn't. My problem was for myself personally, was I may have stepped off or bit off more than I can chew while I was stepping off, which means all of that's going to come back around. I have to put the work in. But let me go back. I'm sorry, I digress. When you're blessing people, or when God is using you to bless people, go ahead and let that ride. Don't talk about it. Don't be negative about it. Don't be hurtful about it. Don't do any of those things. And why am I saying this to you? And why is this a big deal? Because here's the issues of state. As a bad queen, blessed, anointed, destined queen, it's not just because it sounds good. Can we do a sidebar really quickly? Bad is not because it sounds good. The acronym. It's not because it's cute and quirky and it fits. It's because when you know God and you walk with God, you are blessed, you are anointed for the task, and you are destined for whatever journey you're on and going to. So your success rate could be 1,000% if you paid attention to the fact that. So that's where I fell off. Okay, this year, that's where I fell off. But when you are a bad queen, you don't worry about the things that you put out there, because you know that God positions you to bless, that you'll get it back. What does that mean for me? It means that I'm going to get it back. I put out a lot of things years prior, and I still, in the middle of me not making the money I needed to make this year, I'm still putting out quality content. I'm still putting out information to help others. I'm still putting it out there. So what does that mean? I'm going to get it back. And I'm not looking for, I'm not being, what is the word? I'm not being mean about it. I'm not going to be rude about it. I'm not going to be, disrespectful about it. I'm not going to say, hey, I helped all these people and they didn't reciprocate or anything like that. I'm not going to be disrespectful about it. I'm going to do a few things. And here's where I want to really kind of drive home this lesson of issues of state. And this is those of you that have never watched my issues of state, please go back and watch all of the issues of state that I have done here on the YouTube channel. Go listen to my podcast at badqueenspodcast.com. Check out what I have been saying on issues of state, because it comes a lot. It comes from the spirit, but it goes for your business, how you are as a person, as an entrepreneur. And so here are some points I want to make. Point number one is, if you are a child of God, you know how blessed and on destined you are. Period. Point number two, if God is using you to bless someone else, go back to point number one and stop being a crybaby about it. Stop being a crybaby about the things that you think you lost because that person may not have excelled in the way that you thought they should, or that God used you to bless them. You're waiting on your blessing to come back, and it may not come through that person. Okay? Point number three, I just said something about reciprocation. I'm not going to make a big deal about people not reciprocating. I'm not going to do this. Let me tell you something. The difference is, yeah, I'm not going to make a big deal about it because I'm not going to stop being me, but I'm going to watch you. If I'm out there making sure we both are in the limelight, even if I'm wearing the same head wrap, even if I'm wearing the same jeans, even if I'm wearing the same shirt, if I'm out there and I'm making sure that we both are seen, and people don't even know who I am out of your mouth, exit, stage left. Why? Because, baby, my happy place, it's my Christmas cup, happy place. My happy place is making sure that I'm good and that I'm paying attention to what God has said for me to do, and that I am not being boastful, prideful, or anything of that nature. So, point number three is, don't sweat the small stuff. Everything is spiritual. It happens to you spiritually. Okay? Don't be antagonistic. Don't be bitter. Don't eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth sort of thing. If it's not reciprocated, move on. Point number four, the faith. They said you only need a faith the size of a mustard seed, right? The Bible says that, right? But did you know that that is for your starting point? That is not your continuation on the road. So when you think about your business, your life, and you need to jump off the cliff and do this thing, you only need the faith the size of a mustard seed in order to do that. But you don't need the faith the size of a mustard seed to stay there. It has to grow. My faith has grown. My mustard seed faith came back in 2004, 2005. It has grown since then. And I have the fruit of that represented all around me, especially when the prophetic hits me hard. So your faith the size of a mustard seed, yeah, I get it, but it has to grow. It does. It has to enlarge. And then point number five in this issues of state, every year that you go into the new year, and I want to say anytime between September and January, every year when you go into the new year, not just we're going into 2024, but even for 2025, whenever you're watching this, and it's anytime between September and January, you need to be in God's face extra. Take the time for the extra time, fasting, praying, sitting quietly. You have Sabbath day. You know what? Take another day. So then you have 5 days that you're working. You have 2 days that you're not. And get in God's face and hear what he is saying for you for the new year. Not just for your business, but for your life, for your family, for your friends, for your neighbors. You know what? For the city that you're in. And this is why issues of state is so important. It's not just for the bad queens of the round table and what you're doing as an entrepreneur, but where you are. Because some of the issues around you require that you step up, not just stepping out on faith to do that business, not just stepping out to leave that city or that country, but that you step up and you let people know who you are. Now, I'm going to say this, and I said it before, and then I'm done with this issues of state. My name is Dana Williamson with the B.A.D brand, Blessed, Anointed, Destined, LLC, and I don't mind saying the LLC, but I am the original B.A.D queen of the round table, and I'm standing on it. God bless. Have a wonderful rest of your day.